So today, we are going to, there's not we, it's me. I don't know why I said we. I've been married too long. So today, we are going to, damn, I said it again. Today, I am going to pull the interior and see how the carpet is. I'm gonna vacuum up. My wife got in the car and she said it smells like Showa. And if you don't know anything about Japan, Showa is an era that started in the 1930s, so it's not a compliment. Yeah, so we're gonna try and get this cleaned up. We're gonna shampoo it, vacuum it. We'll see how it goes. All right.
Your YouTube's.
Welcome back to Amateur Enthusiasm. I set out to make this video with the intent of doing just carpet, but later decided to do seats as well. This episode will have a bit of voiceover as I had some audio issues with my equipment, but I promise it'll only be a small portion. The silver lining here is I'll get to talk a little bit more in detail about what to look for in seats and what makes a seat good. Let's get started. So I bought the car with this crazy bucket seat and I didn't fit and it was really miserable. So I took it to an Upgarage and said, whatever you have that fits, I will buy it. And I walked away with this NB Miata seat. So this is an NB Miata seat. It's a little bit different than an A Miata seat, which you can see over there. This one looks like a surfboard. They have the same bolt pattern. They pretty much feel the same, but we're gonna take those both out today and we're gonna have a look at this carpet. There we go, saying we again. You got 4 bolts. You know, bolt up front, bolt in the back, bolt up front here, and then bolt in the back here. The easiest way to do it is to just slide it forward. All right, you slide it forward and you can have access to the rear bolts. There they are. Oh, don't mind the trash. I'm not ready for this Japanese summer, man. Ooh. It's already humid as heck. I was like not expecting this. How long have you been here for?
I got here in September.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you came in at a great time.
Yeah.
Well, minus the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
You should have been all over Tokyo by now. So we got the first seat out and the carpet is expectedly filthy. One of my favorite parts about the Miata though is the seat belt receiver is not connected to the seat. The reason why this is my favorite part about the Miata is because my last track day, I lost a good portion of track time because I put a race seat in the Demio only to find out when I went to roll out to the track that I had no way to secure my seat belt because I had removed it. My friends were laughing at me while I cussed up a storm and rapidly changed the seat out in my haste, making the situation so much worse and busting several knuckles. Since then, I've grown a really strong appreciation when they have this separate. You know, I think this is a disposable toilet in here. It is. Oh man, I gotta film that.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
That's like.
Is that recording? Yes. Where's my phone? Oh, I'm getting a phone call. So I pulled the passenger seat out, or forward, and I found this little package. I thought it was a mask, which is great because masks are hard to come by these days. But no, it looks like it is a portable mini toilet. It says when you're caught on a traffic jam on the freeway, or when you're taking care of people or sick or injured people. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up and let's see what it's like. Ah, look, it's got some directions. That's cool. I think it's just a pouch. Oh, it's got like Quick Clot in here. There's like a powder in it, and it's, you know what, Quick Clot?
Stuff like that in the States.
I know. We should have this in the States. You know how many times I got caught in a freeway as a child, and my dad was like, go in the woods or use a bottle. He would make me use a bottle. I was like, Dad, I'm not using a bottle. He's like, well, I ain't stopping. We just stopped for gas. I ain't stopping until we get there. So it's apparently it's a little pouch that has a quick clot material in there, and I guess you just you do your business and you put it away, and that's all there is to it. It's pretty useful. Very old. Not gonna use it. Seat number 2. Let's do it. Oh, I left my phone in the seat. Oh God. Alright, so the findings from removing the seat are a lot of dirt. And a 1 yen coin. That's kind of cool. We're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. So I picked up this trim removal tool set. Hopefully it'll let me get the carpet on the back off without breaking too many of these plastic pins. Just gonna take this guy right here. Just like that, all the way down. Well, that's good. No rust so far. Let's see here. That's not good. I don't know how bad that rust is, but that's gonna need to be repaired. Looks like it'll be easy fix though. Rest of it seems okay. Smells like an ashtray. Oh. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see. I'm not sure how much I should be using. Oh, got to squirt a little on that elixir on the brush. Whoops. We gotta be honest with ourselves here, or you'll find yourself spending more money and sacrificing more comfort than you need to, making your driving experience worse, not better. So the first thing you want to decide is, how are you going to use your seat? Is this for a dedicated track car, a car that you drive with a little spirit, or are you just looking for something more comfortable than what you have? If you're building a time attack car for competition, you might be looking at a halo fixed bucket seat and a 6-point harness to a welded in roll cage. This is not the kind of setup you need on a street. And honestly, without a Hans device, you might be placing yourself more at risk in a street accident with a more secure harness setup like that. The less your body moves, the more your head will. So I'm looking for seats that fit the Miata, are comfortable enough for long drives, have enough bolstering to keep me tight on track, match the aesthetic I'm going for, and lastly, keep me safe. I think these priorities probably suit most enthusiast drivers out there, so hopefully this is going to be helpful to you. So first, you need to know if it fits, right? How do you find out? Well, if you drive a Miata, you just Google it. Someone's probably done it before, and sure enough, my seats fit, job done, see you guys later. Okay, well, what if you don't drive a Miata? What if you drive something weird like a cappuccino, or heavens forbid, an AutoZam AZ1? The answer is simple, and you don't need to stress about it. Look up the seat you want to buy, check the measurement for the width of the shoulder bolsters and the width of the side bolsters. Once you have the width of the seat and the height of the seat, you want to measure it with the space in your car. Measure the center console or transmission tunnel to your door panel for the bottom bolstering, and the top of your door panel to above the center console for the shoulder bolstering. That might be a little bit difficult if you have nothing to measure it to, so you could just compare it to the measurements of the seats that are already in there. And if you're driving an AutoZam, for example, how tall it is. Plan for an extra 3 inches in height if you go with a bottom mount slider setup like I did. Though I will say the brackets I got are remarkably low for being a bottom mount slider. If height is a concern, it might be a good idea to go with side mounted seats. But those are probably a fixed bucket, and if you're like me, you probably don't want a fixed bucket or even a reclinable bucket. At that point, you'll have to look at low profile seats like the Recaro SR6s I got here, or maybe some of Bride's incredibly expensive but very nice low max seats. Okay, so you've measured your space and you know what seats will fit. You have the brackets picked out and you're ready to order. No, first try to find a place you can sit in them. I came very close to ordering a pair of Bride roasters in the Miata, and I managed to find a set at the local Upgarage, only discovering after sitting in them, I really didn't like the bolstering at all. There wasn't nearly enough. Quick note, if you go with a harness setup, make sure the harness rests on your shoulder, not the hole in the back of your seat, and that your shoulder isn't higher than the holes in the back. That's a safety hazard. Lastly, cost. Seats range widely in cost, some going as cheap as $400 and others reaching stratospheric numbers like $2,000, even $4,000. You can't put a price on safety, and manufacturers know this. Does this mean that they're intentionally spiking their prices, holding your life as hostage for dollars? No, probably not. I'd say it's more likely that certifications like the FIA are expensive and time-consuming. So to get a seat that's properly certified, and you might need to if you're doing track days or SCCA events, you have to pay more up front. Also, the certifications expire, so make sure yours is fresh.
All right, so these are the, oops, that's portrait. All right, so these are the stock seats. Well, one's an NB, one's an NA, but these are the stock seats. These are the seats I just got from Upgarage. But I ordered them so long ago, I forgot which bolts come with which part. So I've got these bolts here, and I think these are to put the seats on the rails. These rails over here. One of the seats had these bolts, and I don't know what these are. This, I'm guessing, is like to fill a gap in the fill a gap between like the rail and the seat, maybe. All right, so let's see how this works. Left-handed is hard. Yeah, okay, so that fits. So it's got a lock washer on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is gonna go like that to here. Let's give it a go. So it looks like they've got this sliding space here, and I'm guessing I can adjust them left and right. We'll see how it goes. Okay.
Keep it like that. Keep the bottom to both off.
Okay. Those look quite nice, don't they?
Oh, they look really nice. What's the top?
I've got an inch of clearance.
Oh, this is really good. I wish more places would let you test it.
Like put them in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. It's nice though with Miatas. Everybody has Miata, so I can just Google it. Does it fit? Yeah, it fits. Okay, so I got it in. Look, I put the sideways adjustable bolt on the seat rail in the middle, and that seemed to work fine. The hard part was getting clearance on the seat bolts because the rails are kind of stiff. In order to slide the seat, I had to bolt the two front end, which I luckily was able to do. And then I was able to slide it in and then break my hip getting out between the steering wheel and the seat. And that allowed me to slide it forward so I can get to these other two bolts. So the seat's installed, and let's see if it fits. Oh, I gotta. Okay, let me just. Okay. back. Not the most reassuring of sounds, is it? Yeah, it just barely fits, but I will definitely need to adjust it so that it can lock back, because right now the seats recline so far back that it hits this before the slider lock and the seat rail happens. But I think this is going to work out great. Not bad for discount seats. These were used, and they look how nice they are. That's what I'm talking about. That's a win right there. Okay. Definitely need to get a quick release. Holy cow. But man, this seat is more comfortable. Oh, I can feel the stress just leaving my back. It's wonderful. And the best part is I've got this seatbelt receiver, and I didn't have to mess with anything. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Man, this is so nice. I'm so happy. I'm just full of endorphins. This is just, oh, I'm so happy. We got them in. They actually look pretty good in there. Pretty happy with them. I really want a tan seats though to keep the interior tan. But it is already kind of a tan and black accent. So that works, I guess. Oh, look at that. My old Skyline just showed up. There it is. Guess he's gonna wash it. That's good to hear. Oh, I'm worn out. So it's done. It took me 4 hours to install 2 seats and pull the interior and clean it. That's a lot more than it should take. But now it's ready to move on to the center console or maybe the body shop. I'm not sure which. Probably the body shop. I think I might do the body shop. We'll see. All right, so I got it home and I like the seats. They fit barely. It seems like I sit lower than the stock seats, which is nice. So if you're looking for, if you're a tall guy with a Miata and you're looking for a seat that will let you make clear helmet a little better or just be a little more comfortable, the Recaros SR6s are an option. They will lower you, and if you want to get even lower, I guess you can probably have custom rails made. I'm hoping I don't have to do that for the I haven't tried it with a helmet yet. I don't think I need to. Maybe if I slouch a little, maybe that'll be better. Definitely buy them used. You can, like, I was new, they're like $1,000 each, I think, something like that. But used, I got 2 of them. One was $500, one was $600. So with the money I save buying used, if there's an issue with the fabric, I can have them cleaned up or even reupholstered and probably still be cheaper off. Yeah, so definitely I feel like used seats is good, but if you're in the States and you're looking for seats because SCCA is requiring seats to be a certain age for you, or like you have to have seats that are a certain age, then you're out of luck, sorry. But these were in really good shape and I'm really happy with them. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it. See you next time.